So, The Mandalorian Season 3. I did a couple videos, I did 2 videos, I think, on the first episode, episode 1. And I thought it wasn't all that good, but it was promising. You know, I thought, well, the whole season hasn't aired yet. We'll check it out and we'll see how it goes. And I really don't believe... I refuse to believe that this could be bad, that this could turn out to be terrible. And I even did sort of a longer video on it as well. I had a guest on and we were both talking about it. And you can go check out those videos and find out our thoughts on episode 1 and whatnot. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. But, and then I did a review of, I think, the next 3 episodes, 2, 3, 4, something like that. And the title of that is that The Mandalorian Season 3 is a mess. It's a mess. Yes, it is a mess. It is super disappointing. They actually did it. It's terrible. I actually am surprised. I thought Jon Favreau had everything under control, but no, it's pretty clear at this point that Kathleen Kennedy, the Witch Queen over at Lucasfilm, has destroyed yet another property, taking the reins away from Jon Favreau, and it's pretty clear he's on his way out. I think it might even be official now. Spoilers, if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't seen this terrible season yet, and it is terrible. Okay, this season's got Shmi and Captain Hook. I mean, really? Like, I love pirates and stuff like that, and you want to integrate, space pirates and whatnot, and even kind of make them look a little bit 17th century, 16th century. That's fine. But it's just stupid and unnecessary. So it's like, you've got that, and then you've got, over here, you've got terrible cameos by Jack Black that just serve no purpose. They're just dumb. You got storylines that start and stop. For instance, at the very beginning, you got Mando. He's like, well, I need to bathe in the waters underneath Mandalore. And okay, great. And then we can see Mandalore, and there could be some, we actually see a monster down there. It's the mythosaur, or, the thing that we've always seen, the symbol. That could be awesome. So that's like 2 or 3 episodes in, and then they're done. And then he's out. We're like, oh, whatever, you're a Mandalorian again. Great, hooray, on to the next thing. The other filler episode, and then the pirates happen, and then Jack Black happens, and then now Bo-Katan is going to lead everyone together, and they're going to go, and they're going to liberate Mandalore, and that is fine, per se, because it's not in the character of Din Djarin, who's like a bounty hunter, basically. He's a cowboy, right? He's not going to go off and rule Mandalore with Grogu as much as people might want or whatever. I mean, whatever. It's not in his character. So Sackhoff is going to go do that. Bo-Katan, rather. and by the way, Sackhoff's acting in this is just kind of sucky. It's just... Is she supposed to come off just very prissy and entitled the entire time? Because that's how it comes off. And just like she doesn't know how to negotiate. So, I mean... Some people might think it was a bait and switch, like now the show is actually more about her than instead of Mando, but not really. I wouldn't say that, actually, because Mando, he's always the one with, rationale and logic, and comes in, and he's like, well, no, you gotta do this. This is how you negotiate. Do this, do this. It's like, maybe he should just be the king of Mandalore, or whatever, because everyone else just kind of sucks. I don't know. So she's like, all right, well, so now she has to wear her helmet, and she's kind of... They're making it like she's coming into this more extreme tribe where you got to put your helmet on. And this is kind of ridiculous because she comes from a tribe that was more about bringing the Spartans back to... she was part of Night Watch, which was, in the Clone Wars, was all about bringing back sort of the warrior way. But I guess Mando is even more extreme where it's like, yeah, well, the warrior way, but also you have to have your helmet on all the time, and you can never take it off. So she starts to adopt that. She starts to find a new family, new purpose, and then... The leader, the very, very annoying mold maker, whatever, mold maker, the blacksmith leader chick comes out and she's just, well, actually, take your helmet off now because she's going to go unite everybody. And this is just something that's been a theme this entire season where there's a lot of mental gymnastics as to why they can get around the rules and the creeds and just to keep the plot going. For instance... The Black Saber, right? You can't rule Mandalore unless you have the Black Saber. So, Din Djarin had it because he won it in combat, right? And I think that was Season 1. Probably Season 1, I think, when he fought Moff Gideon. Oh yeah, Moff Gideon. Wait till we get to that. Later on in the season, Sackhoff is trying to unite everybody, and then the one the one group that she had that have kind of, they're more uniformic and have the Mandalorian ships that go like this, and whatnot. And, with the wings. But anyway, so they're like, well, you can't roll Mandalore because you don't have the Darksaber, and she's like, and then Din Djarin comes in, yeah, well, you see, I was captured by this thing that looks like General Grievous, and it was a really kind of cool creature, actually. It was one of the things I liked about this season. But anyway, so I got captured, and then Bo-Katan came in, used the Darksaber to defeat the enemy, so now that we've done this mental gymnastics, she can now actually be the rightful owner of the Darksaber and take control of all the clans and unite everybody, and we'll take back Mandalore. And it's just stupid crap like that. Grogu fights Praetorian Guards. And what's this Praetorian Guards crap? So you can just, call in, we need some Praetorian Guards. How stupid is that? You have the Shadow Council. That's cool. All the officers coming around. General Hux's father is there and whatnot. Yeah, that, even that. Make the show about all those guys. That's pretty cool. Make it about the remnants of the Empire and Shadow Councils and stuff, and they're talking about Thrawn, when Thrawn returns. Well, when is Thrawn going to return? I don't know. Who cares? Blah, blah. And the Ahsoka show, which is probably going to be garbage. Okay? I was looking forward to it, but with the state of things over at Lucasfilm, I just don't care. Going back to Jon Favreau, he's clearly on his way out, because if the rant that I've been on just now seems like everything is a mess, it's because it is. It's because Jon Favreau, it seems to me, was just, for whatever reason, is being forced out, or just said, I'm done, no one's letting me do what I want to do, or, there's too much micromanaging, which is a possibility, I don't know. So I'm just going to throw everything that I wanted. He's throwing in 2 seasons worth of stuff. We're going to go and bathe in the waters, and, we're going to reclaim Mandalore and all this stuff, and do it really, really quickly, and very convoluted, and just get everything done, and then kill off his character. Gets killed off by the Praetorian Guards in a very clumsy fight. The Praetorian Guards are there for no reason. It's just stupid. And then all the clones at the end, like a new breed of Stormtrooper, and then Moff Gideon literally dying in a ball of flames. Ah! And I was laughing my ass off. I was like, oh, is that the ship going to fall down and, burst into flames and engulf him in flames? And it did. And I was like, wow, this is terrible. The Book of Boba Fett is actually a better show, including those 3 or so extra episodes with The Mandalorian in them. That is a better show. This season is terrible. This is the worst live-action season of a show so far for Disney Star Wars TV shows. Andor is still on top. Please go watch Andor. I know that by the time it came out, everyone was just really put off. I mean, Obi-Wan came out, and everyone trashed that, and yeah, I get it. Obi-Wan isn't really that great of a show. I think some of it's good. I think when it's good, it's good. When it's terrible, right? Whatever. Bottom line, people are sick of Star Wars. They've moved on. So Andor came out and it was just like no one even knew it was out. Go watch Andor. It's really good. It's only going to get 2 seasons. They're shooting the second season right now. Because, yeah, The Mandalorian is basically dead. I don't even know if they're going to get a 4th season. I know that with those 3 new films coming out, the one with Rey where she's going to start the new Jedi, and how stupid that is. That was Luke's job. Well, forget him. He's a stupid, toxic man. Forget it. Meh. I mean, it's just so blatantly stupid. No one wants to see that movie. All right, I'm getting off track. All right, so they're going to finish off this whole Mandalorian verse thing with Dave Filoni, which I thought, he's done a great job with, the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. And then with the episodes he's directed in Mandalorian, I thought he's done some of the best and some of the worst. And the one with Ahsoka in Season 2 is fantastic. It's basically a samurai film. It's great. But now it's like, why is he still there? Maybe because he was basically George Lucas's protege. He's allowed to stick around. I don't know. I'm just ranting and raving, and I don't know. So they're going to end it with the Mandoverse with a movie. Fine. I don't know if they're going to skip season 4 and there's going to be a movie and whatever. So Dave Filoni kind of taking over Jon Favreau's creation, because he did create the show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is his show. He wrote most of the episodes, directed a lot of them, and now Dave Filoni's coming in and basically taking it over. How's that right? Even though they're kind of working in tandem a little bit, or they were supposed to. There was supposed to be a bunch of spin-off shows. But now they're just kind of ending it, and no, now we're going back to movies. And then James Mangold, who did Logan, which is my favorite X-Men film, and he's actually doing Indiana Jones 5, which no one gives a shit about that. I don't care. I finally saw the all of Indiana Jones, the original 3. I'd seen Raiders years ago. I finally saw the 2 after that, and they're fantastic. I didn't see 4, whatever it's called. What is that called anyway? They're not aliens. They're kind of like hanging around. Whatever, I don't know. Whatever it's called. The Temple of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I have not seen 4, and I don't know. I'll probably see 5 in the theater so I can create some content, right? But otherwise, I don't care. And I don't care about any of these 3 movies. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So James Mangold is making this movie set like 25,000 years in the past, like the very beginnings of the Jedi. And that doesn't really... I'm scared for that because who knows what they're going to do. The beginnings of the Jedi, you're kind of setting a precedent. Like, you just know someone is going to prophesize, and there will be a girl named Rey. And she's actually a Palpatine somehow, because Palpatine somehow came back, and then she took the name Skywalker for some reason, when she's not. She's actually a Palpatine, which means Palpatine won Star Wars, by the way. Palpatine won Star Wars. I talked about this in one of my other videos. I think the Mandalorian, the Andor video I did. Yeah, go check that out. And how Palpatine won Star Wars because his lineage lives on. All the Skywalkers are dead. The Skywalker line ended. They effectively killed it. It was supposed to be like the grandkids, right? And the grandkids go off, and and then they have their trilogy. It's such a mess. Star Wars is just in such a sad state, I mean, I was super positive about it for a while, but I mean, this season is just terrible. It's just bad. All the reasons I just named, and this rant, which I wasn't expecting this rant to go on that long. I thought it was going to be decently short, but yeah, I mean, it's very frustrating. I guess the only thing positive I could say about it is some of the action is pretty good, and some of the ideas are pretty good, but none of them are able to be properly explored because, once again, it was rushed because I think Jon Favreau was just getting out everything he could before killing off his character, and then he's gone. So I don't know if... He says Season 4 was written. I was super excited. I thought this season has so much potential. You're going to get Mando versus Bo-Katan, but instead she's just kind of hanging around in a broken down fortress. And then, and I guess Grogu now was training with Luke for 2 years. I mean, the whole timeline is screwed up anyway. It's like Book of Boba Fett. So you mean to tell me he was gone for 2 years before he came back? What? Like, it's just mind-bogglingly bad. I'm super disappointed. But I guess I should have expected this. I hope Andor Season 2 is good. The first one is good. So we have that. I have that. I enjoy that. Andor is good. Hopefully the second season is good as well. It seems to be made by competent people, but you know what? Season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian were made by competence. So, I guess in the end, it's, management is always going to come in and ruin everything. That seems to be the tale of Disney Star Wars. So, alright. Anyway, that's all my thoughts on that. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this rant, review, commentary type of thing. This is kind of just the state of things as well as a review. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please go check out my other videos. I review Star Wars. I review all kinds of stuff. Go watch it right now. All right. See you later. Have a good day. Bye.